Hey guys, Hook Sports Cards here. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Well guys, a few episodes ago, I asked the question, are the 80s cards considered vintage now? And, had a lot of different comments on that, a lot of great discussion on that. I really appreciate all the comments. But it got me to thinking, because some of the comments were saying, well, like myself, they believe that, cards from 1979 back were considered vintage and the 80s weren't. And a few of the comments that were made said the reason why they believed that, they said, well, 1980 all the way back, because in 81, Donruss and Fleer and Topps were all three releasing sets and stuff, releasing cards. So a lot of people believe that was kind of the end of the vintage era, and it got me to thinking, a lot of people were kind of negative about the Fleer and the Donruss coming in to the business and everything and selling cards. It's like, I guess they were thinking that it was an overload, but in 1981, I was 13 years old. And next thing you know, you're getting packs from Topps, Fleer, Donruss, and I just thought it was myself when I was 13 years old and just loved collecting cards. Heck, I was buying them all and trying to put together all the sets and everything. So I thought it was beneficial. But a lot of people, looking back now, say, they think that was the end of the vintage era. Now, I know some people say, 1973, the last time they did series of cards, that was the end of vintage era. And I understand that too, as well. But guys, like I said, a lot of people were kind of negative about the Donruss and Fleer in 81. But there's a lot of good cards in those sets. And I want to show those today, let you see some of the cards, because I actually enjoyed those sets when they came out when I was 13 years old, opening those packs and seeing some of the cards. So I just want to show some of my favorite cards from the 81 Fleer, and then the 81 and 82 Donruss is what I want to show today. So guys, let's go take a look at them. All right guys, well here's some of my favorite from the 1981 Fleer set. You got the Pete Rose card, started that set off. Nolan Ryan. You had two Ricky Henderson cards here. As you can see, they were probably pictured at almost at the same time. He just like turning his head, and the photographer probably moved or something. And you can see the bottom there. One of them's got Ricky Henderson, the other's got Outfielder on there with Stolen Base American League on there. Got the Ozzie Smith card there. The Padres. Mike Smith card. MVP, third baseman. I forgot that Gaylord Perry played for the Yankees. And Ron Guidry had about a 5-year stretch where he was really, really, really good. So, and here's one of my favorite players for a little while back in those days. I actually played shortstop growing up and everything. So Bucky Dent and David Concepcion were my two favorite shortstops at the time. Got Reggie Jackson here. As you can see, there wasn't too many action photos in this set. Most of them were just guys just posing for pictures. But here's one right here. And then you got the Hal McRae, the double threat there. I like his George Brett card. His picture is kind of funny. He looks like he's stunned. Steve Garvey there. And you can see on this Fernando Valenzuela's card, they misspelled his first name. And I don't think they ever corrected that. So Gary Carter, which is one of I consider the all-time great catchers. Probably one of the most underrated catchers. Eddie Murray, but the greatest catcher of all time, Johnny Bench. Like I said, David Concepcion, one of my favorite shortstops. Tom Seaver. You got 2 George Foster cards here, which I thought was pretty cool. Yaz card. Always like Jim Rice. Carlton Fisk. Look at Dennis Eckersley there. It's a good look there, isn't it? Dwight Evans, which I thought should have made the Hall of Fame, but I don't believe he's going to now. Bruce Sutter card. Pretty cool little picture there. Harold Baines rookie card. Dave Parker, I think should be in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, these are just a lot of cards that I like out of the set and just remember opening when I was a kid. I believe that Kirk Gibson card is his rookie card as well. Cool little Robin Yount card. He looks like really young there. You got Yaz, 400 home run club, a triple threat. So a lot of people don't know, but when they released this, they did the teams, all the teams together, so they weren't, mixed up. It was teams together, and the Phillies were the first team because they won the World Series the year before. So they were the first team in the set. Mr. Baseball, not sure why they didn't put Mr. October on there. And then George Brett, batted .390. So yeah, guys, that's just some of the 1981 Fleer cards. And real quick, don't want to forget the stickers that were in these packs too. You had on the, I guess you would say the front side, you had these teams, the team stickers here. But on the back side, you had whatever team was on the front, you had their stadium on the back. So that was cool. As a kid, you could look at it and say, hey, look at Fenway Park. How many people does that hold and stuff like that. And so thought that was pretty cool. So didn't want to leave those out. All right, guys. Well, here's the 1981 Donruss. Just some of the photos on these cards that I like. And I definitely did like this design better when I was opening these packs. Like I said, when I was 13 years old, than the Fleer. But the Fleer were pretty cool too. But and I definitely liked them actually better than the Topps 81. So I'd say the Donruss 81 was probably my favorite out of any of the three that was released in 81. But like I say, here's Ricky Henderson, Danny Ainge, which I think that's considered his rookie card. The Tim Raines, look at him, how young he looks. Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, George Brett there. You got Mike Smith, Ozzie Smith, Collier Skrimsky. Now see, I definitely think there was more action shots in the 81 Donruss than there were the Fleer. I might be wrong, but it just seemed like that to me when I was going through them. It's Gary Carter. And I pulled some of the same players out of each set so you could just see the difference in their cards in 81. George Foster, Johnny Bench, Willie Stargell, Johnny Bench again. Now see, that's something about this, the Donruss and the Fleer, that they did multiple cards of players. David Concepcion, one of my all-time favorite shortstops. Pete Rose. You got Yaz. Got the Hawk there. Sparky Anderson. Great manager. He was definitely one of my favorite managers because of the Big Red Machine. Al Oliver, which I believe should be in the Hall of Fame without a doubt. Tom Seaver, See, there's 2 Tom Seaver cards there. And you got Robin Yount. And then Reggie Jackson. So yeah, that's just some of the 1981 Donruss cards that I enjoy. So in 1982, Donruss came out with their set. I really liked the way it looked, the design and everything. And here, I'm just gonna show you just 3 of these cards right here from the 82, because what I wanna show you is something I thought that was really cool in 82 is when they came out with the Diamond Kings. So they had their little checklist of the Diamond Kings, and it started off the set and had a player from each team. So I thought it was really cool. So, and for the most part, I thought they picked, you know, good players from each team to have on their card. Rod Carew, pretty cool. So they probably could have picked somebody else for the Cardinals, though, I would think. So, but yeah, I really actually liked these Diamond Kings when they came out. I thought they were really awesome. Nice little Nolan Ryan. And obviously these cards aren't worth a lot of money, but you know, it takes me back to when I was 13, 14 years old and I was ripping these out of packs. So it was really cool back then, especially when you got this. You were like, oh man, what's these? You know, so. Carlton Fisk when he was with the White Sox. A little Ozzy there. Alright guys, well, this is the 1982 Donruss Diamond Kings and just a few of their cards I wanted to show you. And like I said, I really like the design of these. Well, hey guys, I really appreciate you watching today. You know, looking at these kind of takes me back, like I said, to when I was 13 or 14 years old. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, those weren't very good sets. And, you know, now, yeah, did they hold their value? No, they didn't, you know. But that doesn't mean that they're not nice cards. Like I said, I really like the 81 and the 82 Donruss design. Honestly, I think the 81 Donruss is a better design than Topps or Fleer, you know. So that's just my opinion. But, you know, so I really liked them. And I like some of the superstar cards in there and everything like that. So just kind of take it back to memory lane for me. But guys, I really appreciate you watching today. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask that you do so. But guys, until next time, we'll see you later.